Hey y'all, my name is Queen Mama Regina, and welcome back to the Sims 4 Ultimate Decades Challenge. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different because this is actually voiced over. I recorded like three things before I actually realized my mic was completely messed up. So this episode and the next episode of Magic Families will be voiced over, but everything's fixed now, as you can hear. So here we have little Alice. She's so cute. I don't think you guys got to see her after her makeover. She looks so much like Rowan. It's ridiculous. I literally thought she was going to look just like Mathilda, but she doesn't. We're starting off at 1 p.m. instead of in the morning on this Friday, just because I spent the entire morning getting my money together and getting everything fixed back up as much as I could. We still have some things in the kitchen that are burnt, but I did the best I could. So Agnes has come to check up on Mathilda and see how everyone's doing, see if they need anything. Um, yeah. That's pretty cool. So Alice is officially meeting Agnes now that she has, I don't know, cognitive thought. So I also got the girls some beds. Alice sleeps on the top bunk and Catherine sleeps in that toddler bed, but she'll be in the bottom bunk soon. And then hopefully Catherine is a child so that we could just reuse the toddler bed for not William. What's his name? Simon. I also later in the episode do change Simon's name to Simon because he deserves more. Someone in the comments pointed out we went through a lot just to name him that, and I agree. So I still think the name is hilarious, so I'll probably save it for a little bit later, but not for now. As for Catherine, she's also really pretty. Now she definitely will end up looking much more like Mathilda in the future. For now, Rowan is just kind of giving the girls a bit more you know, love and care and all that. Spending time with them. Mathilda is just having the worst time, terrible time. Also, I replaced our fireplace with a grill so that Rowan could kind of cook a little bit since we didn't have a stove for this morning at least. So I might put that into their inventory and only bring it out when they need to grill something, because for some reason in The Sims 4 neighbors like to come and just make like the salves and stuff that come with outdoor retreat and leave them on your lot and start fires. So if I see a lot of neighbors doing that, I'll just put it back up. It's fine. Now, a lot has happened. Well, a lot happened last episode. Clearly, everything burned to the ground. The Grim Reaper was having fun in the ashes, just having a grand time. It started snowing way more, so the burnt ground is covered up by snow, but I imagine by spring we'll be able to see truly how bad the damage was. I tried to get them to plant a few more things, but it was too frozen to plant potatoes to kind of get the garden built back up. So we do end up planting a bit more later, but for now it's too cold to plant, so they're all just getting back into the swing of things essentially and getting used to the new dynamics around the house. I'm pretty sure I went over their traits that they got last time when they aged up, but Alice got the optimistic trait. Catherine got, I actually forgot, but it doesn't matter because she's a toddler and it's going to be different anyway. So, but she did get the unhappy infant trait, which I thought was really interesting. Yeah, as you can see, I have no idea why I zoomed in on this plant, but as you can see, we have 3 simoleons to our name. Alice figured out that she likes to be pretty fit. And yes, we have some holidays coming up at the end of this season. We have Winterfest, which is just Christmas essentially, but Winterfest and 12th Night are coming up. So that'll be really interesting. And I'm excited to get going with all of those. So Alice and Catherine both had some pretty good reactions to Simon. I think Catherine might have got jealous for a bit, but not long enough for it to actually matter. They both had what? Anyways, they both had some pretty good reactions to Simon, which is great. I did not want all the drama of them being like, oh, I hate my siblings, blah, blah, blah. But Alice has definitely taken over the role of a big sister. I don't know why she's glitched right here, but She took over the role of big sister, and so she's the one who takes on entertaining her siblings and making sure that they're having fun, and are generally pretty happy when their parents can't. So Alice decided to follow Agnes to Agnes's house so that she could meet and possibly befriend Mary. Mary is a little bit older than her, but neither one of them have friends. And Agnes figured, hey, it'd be really cute if the daughter of my best friend became best friends with my daughter, and then we could all be best friends, right? That's. I hear something with my mic, and I don't know what it is, so I'm just going to turn it this way. I think it's I think it's my headphone wires rubbing up against something, but I can't prove it. So anyways, yeah, she decided that that would be really cute. There are very few children in this village, and well, not very few children Alice's age. The only other two children, there's one girl who's the daughter of the village lord, and there are three boys about her age. So, three potential marriage prospects because they're all peasant boys, and we'll be lucky if we can afford a dowry for that. But that's also assuming she even gets married in the future. I know in the rules it says that you have to flip a coin to see if they get married or not when they're children. I don't really see the point of doing that when they're children because they can't marry. So I'll do the whole flip a coin to see if they even want to get married or whatever the situation is when they're teenagers, because I don't know, I don't see the point in having a 7-year-old make that decision, but who knows? So here she met Alice, not Alice. Well, Alice is here. Alice met Mary. Here we go. Mary actually has taken to liking Alice a lot more than she had, I guess, when she met Mathilda. Possibly because she doesn't have that scary curse around her as Mathilda does, but they become pretty good friends, which is really interesting and kind of an opposites attract situation because Alice is very energized and happy, kind of happy-go-lucky and very you know, optimistic. She has the optimistic trait, whereas Mary is very down to earth and grounded. She has the serious trait. And I think that one of the reasons Agnes wanted cute little Alice over here is because Mary never really got the chance and still hasn't really had much of a chance to be just a child, at least after her parents died. And maybe having a girl around her age, slightly younger, but just about the same age, who is so happy and optimistic and looks on the bright side of things might be good for Mary. And I agree. I definitely saw Mary loosen up a bit more. And while Alice was here, she decided, you know what? This Mary girl is pretty cool. She's going to be my friend. So they're not best friends, but they're very close by the end of this little trip here and became very, very, very close friends. Mary has another son with her husband, but I don't know. He's too young for me to think anything about. Maybe him and Catherine might get married one day. You know, I think Agnes and Catherine might really like that. Well, Catherine? No, Agnes and Mathilda might really like that. I don't know if she cares that much. Also, Alice has high confidence, yeah. Still don't know where she got that from, but she has it, and I'm not upset. It's probably due to William instilling a lot of that confidence and love into her when Mathilda wasn't really around, so I'll take it. I'll take it. It's really cute. Look how cute these two are. They're like besties. Well, they're not besties yet, but in my head, they're besties. But I don't think that Mary or Agnes have told, or even Catherine, no, not Catherine, or even Mathilda have told Alice that Mary is a spellcaster. Maybe that'll be something Mary tells her on her own in the future, but for right now, even though they are friends by the end of the day, they're not close enough for her to be like, by the way, that scary, superstitious being that everyone in the village is like, you know, has these scary stories about. I'm one of them, you know. I don't think Alice would take it bad, but you know, you can't be too careful in this situation. We know how that ended last time, you know. So I think she's just happy to have a friend. I definitely see a lot of Alice just coming out of her shell, I guess, and opening herself up. The only person she's really open with is Agnes, but yeah, it's nice to have someone around your age. Even once again, Alice is a bit younger, maybe like a couple years younger. She just became a child, so she's what is she in some years at this point? 6? She's about 6. So Mary's probably like 8, maybe 9. I don't know. I have no idea. She's probably like 8. So close enough. Yeah, she here we go. Got the whim to officially become friends with Mary. And it worked out. They had a lot of fun together. They played and yeah, so we'll probably be seeing a lot more of Mary, probably just about as much Mary as we do Agnes. Of course, her husband doesn't matter at all as usual because he never does. No, no one cares about her husband. And maybe in the future her son will come around a bit more, but we'll see. As right now, she's, I don't know, teaching him things next to a pile of horse poop. So the life of a 1311 peasant is a wild one. But look at these two. Also, I just realized I left bracelets on Alice, but um, they don't bother me that much. Oh, it's the little chick. I remember this. That chick was loud in my ear, and I thought it was a full-grown chicken, but this chick was just screaming for some reason. Yeah, look at these two. They're putting a snow pal, and everything. It's just, it's so cute. Look at these two. They're just adorable. I love them both so much. I'm pretty sure I was talking about something here. I was probably just gushing over how cute they are. Oh no, I remember I moved my camera at the same time this branch shadow effect of the trees moving the opposite direction on the snowman, and my eyes could not handle it. I didn't know what I was looking at. I thought the entire room shifted. It was crazy. But also, look, the little chicks, they leave footprints in the snow. I didn't know they did that till I recorded this. And I see the horse in the back slipping and sliding. Anyways, yeah, these two, absolutely adorable. I loved them. Unfortunately, right after this, Mary had some chores to get to, so Alice had to head on home, back to the house, which is fine, but Mary had to start shoveling snow and everything. It was perfectly fine. Let everybody get back and do their thing and all that. So she just started heading on home. They're friends now, so we'll be seeing a bit more of her in the future. Ah, wow. Okay, I forgot how quick of a transition that was. All right. Yeah, so we're back home. Nothing much has really been going on. I'm pretty sure I sent her, by her, I mean Alice, to go play Skittles in the village with Mary for a bit. But also, it's so nice having a child around now because she can clean and help us out around the farm. So her chores now are she collects snow for water, she helps wash the dishes, and she was actually the one who mopped the ash and soot from the entire kitchens. And also she helps us with, taking care of the animals and all that, which is great. Also, for some reason I'm having this glitch with my oh my god, I had so much I'm talking about. Okay, first off, this view, Hanford on Bagley in the wintertime is absolutely beautiful. Like, come on now. Look at that. This is gorgeous. I'm pretty sure this is also the background of my thumbnail. But for some reason the CC like bathroom stuff, not even one of them isn't CC. For some reason my Sims don't think it's clean in the bathroom, even if they do clean it. I'm just gonna say, listen, you're peasants. It's gonna be dirty even if you clean it. That's all I have to say with this. So if you're uncomfortable in the bathroom, it's because it's probably just perpetually unclean. Mary is taking care of Simon even less than she took care of the other two. She does the bare minimum and then she leaves, and it's sad. So William has taken over doing all of the I was about to say cooking and cleaning, not the cleaning, but taking over doing all of the cooking. So his hours for work and everything and harvesting are just really strange. because Mathilda is too afraid to cook now. She doesn't even want to touch the stove. She doesn't even want to boil water. She doesn't even want to look at a log for or a fire pit or anything like that. So William is going to be the one primarily cooking everything, which is also why they got the grill, just in case, he's not as good of a cook. Okay, Simon aged up. His name is Simon. He's a calm baby, which is great. He has, um, he honestly looks, I don't know who he looks just like, but I think he has Matilda's skin, Rowan's hair, and Matilda's green eyes. But as for features, I can't tell whose chin, whose jaw, anything. Yeah, I took Ellen to create a sim because I had time to do so. But there we go. You can see me change his name to Simon. We'll save Simon for someone else. But here's little Simon Smith. He's adorable. Um, don't know who he looks like quite yet. For right now, I'm gonna say Rowan with green eyes, but who knows? That's the same thing. I said the opposite about Alice, and look what happened. Alice just looks like her daddy. So but Simon is so beautiful. He's such a cute baby. And I haven't had them try for another baby, but I definitely need them to have spares just in case something happens with Simon. So our bloodline doesn't die out in generation one. That'd be insane. Or at least, well, not the bloodline, but because we would just take over from the eldest girl's family, which would be Alice if she gets married. But yeah, he's adorable. He's really cute. Lovely. Why did I pause so long? What's going on? I recorded this voiceover twice, by the way, so I don't like it's way out of my mind. It's been like a week since the original recording and 3 days since my failed voiceover before I realized my mic was messed up. It's no idea what I was talking about. But yeah, everything's just William's being a lot more stressed just because he had a lot more on his plate, but Alice is taking over doing some of William's role with the chicken coop and the cow and everything like that. Because normally during that time she'd be cooking. She's not cooking anything. So literally hunting, gathering, and preparing meals is all on William now until at least once Alice gets old enough, she can probably help one fish when it's not winter anymore, but two, at least help harvest. It'll be a little bit dangerous, but it's something we have to do so that William can hunt and do other things. So we'll see. I want not Matilda. I want Alice to maybe focus on fishing. Well, we'll have to see if she likes fish, but I'd be surprised if she didn't. Okay. Yeah, look at him. He made pottage. He didn't start any fires. It was great. Everything was grand. It was fantastic. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I don't know when this happens, but not Alice. Matilda has a whim to befriend someone named actually I forgot her name, but I do know she's a middle class woman. She's from a middle class family in Hinford and Bagley. So in a bit, also, yeah, Matilda and her children definitely have a strict dynamic. And yeah, I remember this. William jumped in a bath right when I was about to give Catherine a bath and ruined everything because he was supposed to be cooking, but he said, I want to take a bath first, which is annoying. So I just had Matilda wash the laundry in the meantime because our laundry stuff was fixed. And now we have 24 simoleons. Well, now 20 because we have to feed the chickens and take care of the cow. So once again, things William would normally do before he got his day started. Now Catherine. Nope. Why am I getting everyone's names mixed up today? Now Matilda has to do. Alice has a loose tooth. We're not going to be doing anything with that. It's just going to have to fall out, get lost in the snow or something. I don't know. Don't give it to Mary. She'll probably do something. Well, Mary's not bad. Let me not slander Mary's name. Mary's not bad. She's chill. I like Mary. Mary's a sweet girl. Very sweet. William's soaking like he doesn't have a family to feed, but this is just he's just getting into the routine. He's not used to waking up and being the one who has to make sure everybody else eats first before he takes care of himself. Normally that's Catherine. So at the very least, he's seeing what Catherine has to go through on the flip side. At least a little bit of it. He doesn't know the whole pregnancy, not wanting children, but have 3 of them situation. What did I just drop? I heard something fall and I don't know what it was. All right. um yeah. It's it's a routine. Catherine is your name is not Catherine. Oh my god. Mathilda is she usually spends her days hiding out in the snow with the animals to kind of get away from the kids. Um except to like feed them and do the basics of taking care of them, but besides that, normally she would be able to escape them because they'd be stuck upstairs. They were like too young to walk and move around. But now that one of them can freely move throughout the house and the other, is getting to that point, she doesn't really feel that she has I'm not going to say a safe space because the entire house is safe, but she didn't really have a space to herself. So what she's been doing is kind of busying herself, because if she's working, in her mind, the kids can't bother her because she's taking care of chores and doing everything. And by the time she's done, it's nightfall and the kids are asleep. Okay, so um I forgot I skipped all the way here. All right, so Agnes kept calling Mathilda, like literally called her 2 times in a row, and was like, please, can you come over, blah, blah, blah. I want to talk to you. And Mathilda was like, okay. So we're instead of call, we're gonna say that Agnes came to the house, was knocking on the door about twice today. And was like, I really need to talk to you. I need you to come to my house though. Because it's something that your husband can't hear. It's about, the thing. Was about a thing. She was like, okay, cool. Alice tagged along so she and Mary could talk. Mathilda has no idea what Agnes has got to say, what was so important that she had to be dragged all the way here. And Agnes pretty much lets Mathilda know that, Mathilda knows that Mary's a witch and has powers, right? But Agnes let her know that Mary's growing into her abilities a bit more and has been studying, some of the salvageable notes she managed to find from her father, and found out that, according to Mary, what Mathilda has and the reason she's having such a struggle with fire and everything is because she's cursed. And Mary told Agnes, and Agnes was like, I have to tell Mathilda. Mary was like, okay, well, I can't do anything about it because I'm like 8, but yeah. So Mathilda had nothing to say about it. Like, there's nothing any of them can do, but at least she has the knowledge that it's something outside of her. I think that relieved her a bit. So it didn't feel as personal as to why she kept doing it, but once again, she's still, I think this doubled down on her, thought process on staying away from anything that could catch a flame, especially now that she knows she's cursed. Everyone grows up hearing these stories and everything about, evil witches cursing innocent children, blah, blah, blah. She just never thought she would be that one because she's not like the typical princess figure who would get that, right? Okay, so here's the rich girl she went to her house to talk to. That was the worst sentence I've said in a while. I'm so sorry. But here she is. I once again forgot her name. She's rich though. That's all that matters. They have a horse and 3 kids, and she's married. It's great. Yeah. So she found out that the girl is an idealist, and she discovered that she really likes idealist sims. I think that's because she's just felt so hopeless and that a lot of things are out of her control, especially with the fire, but especially now that she knows that it quite literally is out of her control. That meeting someone and befriending someone who is very idealistic and very hopeful of life and the future just kind of gave her a bit more hope, kind of similar to the way Mary feels about what Alice does for her. I think that the Mathilda feels that way about this lady here. Yeah, they live in a pretty nice house. There's 1 bathroom, but like they have carpets, and porcelain. Like, that's unheard of. And I think that Mathilda also kind of sees a reflection of what her life could have been like had her family not kind of fallen into ruin. You know, she would have stayed middle class, most likely married someone who was still middle class, and lived a relatively comfortable life where even if she did have a child or two, it, you know, she could hire someone to take care of them, right? Like she could do her duty and lived in relative comfort, not cursed with a fire curse, right? And she doesn't hate children, so she was perfectly fine with her infants being around. Like the infants were not bothering her at all. It's just her own children for some reason. I was trying to look at her husband, this lady's husband's face, but I couldn't see it past the hood thing. But yeah, look at their kids. They have twins. I the, their names are like Felicia and something, but I can't tell if it's Felicia or Felicia. I want to say Felicia in my heart, but it's probably Felicia, considering I think the name is European. Whatever. But yeah, also this is Alice's first time being in an environment like this because she doesn't know what it's like to grow up with money. Because her family's poor. They have 23 simoleons to their name by like the skin of their teeth. But the kids start to get fussy, so Mary and Matilda, not Mary, Alice and Matilda started heading back home so that these parents could care for their infants in peace. She's like, oh yeah, I have a child too. I have an infant and a toddler, you know. Ugh, my God. So much happened. So much happened, but also not really. It was just an interesting year, I guess. More revelations. You know, now Catherine, no. Now Matilda knows that she has a curse. I'm gonna remember names, I promise. I made these Sims. Yeah, I sent this lady home. I don't know why the grocery store is here. We don't have anything to sell. We have like 5 potatoes and a couple of onions. Everything else is ash. Yeah, William's just been here. He's been here spending time with the kiddos. Simon, don't know why his clothes changed him to this hoodie. I gave him a winter outfit, but I fix it a little bit later. I just didn't fix it now. I keep shuffling and my mic is definitely picking it up, but yeah. Floor time. Oh, yeah. Okay, I think I saw it in the background. Alice and her little sister Catherine get a sentiment towards each other. They end up having a jokesters dynamic, which bled into my whole Alice kind of being the emotional rock of her little siblings. Um, because you know, if William's busy with one of them or work or anything like that, Catherine's not going to be there to help. So it's up to Alice to kind of make sure her little siblings are happy, and I think she would end up having a good relationship with every sibling that she grows up with. It's probably a little harder with Simon just because he's so young, but once he's a toddler, I could definitely see her spending a lot more time with him. He's probably just a little too young and fragile to play with much, or at least in a way she knows how. Maybe later she'll, you know, become more comfortable around him and all that. She probably just doesn't know what to do with an infant, which is very fair. Um, okay, yeah, everyone's eating. William cooked. It's great. Catherine is, she's more unhappy than happy, which isn't unusual for Catherine, but normally when she's not pregnant, she's pretty happy. But not recently. Okay, so this other lady came to visit. We had a lot of friendship this episode, guys. This other lady came to visit, this blonde lady with the afro. She, oh goodness, she's also a peasant. She actually lives next door to the middle class family we just visited. She's a peasant. She's married. She has a son and a daughter. I believe her son is the same age as Alice, like barely younger than Alice. So that is also a potential marriage in the future. I don't want to have Alice go around making friends just with marriage in mind. I'll probably think more about that when she's a teenager. And then we flip to see whether or not she even becomes married, because I don't know what the future holds for her quite yet, to be completely honest. But these two are talking. They're having fun. They're chilling. Everything's fine. Um, Yeah, I don't think this is one of Agnes's closer friends, but they're good enough to hold conversations with, I guess. So, yeah, being around anyone who's not her child at this point just makes her feel happier. She also hasn't really spent much time with William. I think she's avoiding him just in case somehow or another it leads to her getting pregnant again. I have no idea, but it's yeah, it's a little strange, but oh well. Nothing any of us can really do about it. Alice is keeping warm by the fire. I'm surprised none of the kids are scared of fire. They just, I don't know, have no idea. But they're not scared of fire the same way William and Matilda are. Goodness. Yeah, go clean the coop. There we go. Um, wait, one of our chickens died. Oh, yeah. A fox killed one of our chickens, by the way. I can't remember if it was this episode or last episode, but a fox killed our chicken. She's scrubbing the tub. It's still gonna say the bathroom's dirty, but I promise it's been cleaned to their best desire. But I don't know. Listen, just barely scraping by, so I can believe that it's not like hasn't been cleaned with OxyClean or anything like that. So William's here. William is struggling to juggle his work with his harvesting, taking care of the kids. He got in the shower again when we were trying to bathe the child, but it's crazy. I ended really soon after this. Everyone got put to bed, and yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna end off here. Bye.